normally when we hear the term sanctuary city, we think of immigration, but after a late night vote, city councilors here in Worcester have decided to make the city a sanctuary city for transgender people. Now, this came after hours of testimony from the public, many people saying they feel unsafe by President Trump's mandate that the federal government recognize only two genders. And after a council member who is transgender here in Worcester claimed they were harassed and misgendered by other city leaders. This newly passed resolution not only reiterates the city's commitment to transgender rights, but it says that the city resources will not be used to detain people seeking gender-affirming care or provide federal or out-of-state agencies with those people's information.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. You're afraid of Trump, and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people. You better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here. I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
When I heard that, I was like, what the hell is B and T?
This shit ain't real. They playing, right?
It's a lot of.
No, that was real. I saw
That was for real.
That was for real.
Somebody said Gotham City for trans.
What's the B and the T?
The B is
Bi and trans, right?
Bi
trans.
So wait a minute. If you are a T, does that automatically make you a B?
If he said bisexual,
right? So if you're the B,
he likes both. So I don't think so.
Yes,
but if you a T, are you automatically a B though?
You
you both, right? Because you a man and a woman, so you might not know.
I don't know. I mean, you're just gay. It's either you're gay or you're not.
There's some BLTs around this month.
Yeah, you're definitely
BLT.
Definitely some BLT.
What's a
BLT? It's a sandwich. That's gonna be my new code word. They sandwiches.
Never buying one of those again.
That's down bad.
That's crazy.
Oh shoot!
But voters are voting. Should we have more? And I'm gonna say this. I think we should. I think we should have more trans sanctuary cities. Take them all trans and put them in one city, two city, and put them all together. So I think
no.
Whoa.
What happened?
No, they disagree with you. They got spoiled. They got spoiled with this last administration. They think they get all the special privileges.
Yes.
No, I'm tired of regular. It's too.
They being crybabies.
Yeah.
Because ain't nowhere where black people live y'all lives like y'all been doing.
We ain't got no sanctuary city for black people.
Allowed?
Y'all want to be surrounded by all blacks?
Yes, they do. That's why they
No.
why they all went to Atlanta and Houston. Now, listen, it's not uncommon for you to see people, for you to hear people that don't feel comfortable if they don't see a community of black people in a city that they move to or that they go to. So I hear that all the time where I hear people say, you know, they don't feel comfortable because they see too many white people or whatever. I see people like that all the time. Or they'll pick a school or a college based off of, you know what I'm saying, what that demographic is because they don't feel comfortable or they'll feel like they'll drop out if they go to a, you know, predominantly white school. So that's not uncommon.
That's because we're tribal, isn't it? Like when you say that, like when I walk into a room, I'm not thinking anything different, but it's like I definitely see another black person compared to all the other white people I walk into the room for. So, I mean, it's just we're tribal people. It's kind of like we zone in on people that look like us.
Is that only when well, it depends, right? Because you can look at it from that lens if it's not a lot of y'all, but then at the same time, if I see too many of y'all in one place, I start to get a little antsy.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
What if we all got on suits? You'd be like, it's niggas, it's a problem.
No. I don't think that. Listen, I have never been to a place where I've seen all black people, only black people, and all of them got on suits.
Okay.
It depends on the type of drinks that's on the table.
Like you would have to actually organize an event for that that people would already know what that is. So like for example, if you went to Afrotech or something like that, then I would expect for something like that to happen, right?
Yeah, like Morehouse just had the candle ceremony out here. So shit like that. But real talk, I get it. I just moved from Arizona to Atlanta like 4 weeks ago. And I've been around all white people for 14 years. And now I'm out here and it's all black people. And it's definitely a cultural difference. But you know, I like it. It's cool.
I bet you.
I don't. It's not bad if you see an environment with all black people. It's bad when you go into a certain environment with all black people. The same way that it could be bad if you go into a certain environment with any ghetto demographic. Like you can go into a Latino community. If you can go to a lot of places where you just can't go into that neighborhood, or you can't go into that environment, or you trespassing. And I think that the whole tribal thing is unfortunate, because I've gotten my greatest experiences or my greatest learned lessons by sitting around or interacting with people that don't look like me, or that don't come from the places that I come from, or they'll tell me what it's like. I mean, even if you travel overseas, I think that if you travel more, people that travel outside of the country understand that you have to talk to people that don't look like you or don't come from where you come from. And that's where you gain your greatest learned lessons. You can't unsee it when you come back into the United States of America, or if you go to a school that's predominantly white, you can't unsee it. The level of racism and separation, realistically, that limits you from where you can really go in life. And so it's unfortunate because we don't get those learned lessons. We think that being tribal or separating yourself from a certain demographic of people helps you, when in reality it actually hurts you, because it limits it limits your learned experiences.
You get to see how jaded you actually are.
That's a fact.
I don't know. My experience is kind of different, because like where I'm from the country, so we live around white people. Like it's really a predominant white people. We still kind of tribal. Like I get what he's saying. Like we're gonna be with each other, but I don't know. For some reason, white folks always like me.
Well, I think that people like people that got good energy.
I don't
think it has anything.
When I was a kid, I ain't had no good energy until I ain't gonna lie to you. I was.
Well, but is that who you are as an adult?
Hell no. I'm talking about as a child. But I still made friends.
Kids is kids. Kids is dumb. Like we was all dumb at one point. It don't really matter who you was as a kid. Who you are as a kid is a responsibility of your parents, bro. Like who you were as a kid largely could be attributed to whether or not your parents or your environment or your culture raised you a certain way. But when you become an adult, when you become of age, when you get 23, 24, 25, by the time you get that age, you got to grow up. And so that's when you got to start taking responsibility for who you are. Everybody go through growing pains, but it really just is based off of, you know what I'm saying, who you determine that what you want your life to be once you get to a certain age. Some people got a follower mentality. I see people that retweet or quote stuff that they see other black people say that don't even have a mind of their own. And that's the sad part, is because people can't think for themselves, and they allow for the culture to train them to think a certain type of way. And we've even limited ourselves by saying that you got to be a certain way if you're going to be in a culture. Really, all you're doing is excluding yourself from opportunities with people that could add value into your life. Right. I don't want to live in a world where I only see a certain group of people.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
No, I need some diversity. I like to network. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you can't network if you just dealing with our people, and we damn near at the bottom of the barrel as is. So it's gonna be hard to just try to just network with black people only. Sometimes I might need some insight on something that, you know what I'm saying, that my people might not know.
Yeah, I think that good people just want good people around them. I've never seen, and I've been in all kind of spaces, I've never seen you go into a white space, predominantly white space. Man, listen, I partied in all kind of spaces. I partied at the goddamn where's the places that be in the RV parks? Yeah, I've partied at raves, I've partied at RV parks, I've been to all kind of shit. Bro, people be excited when you got good energy. And I'll tell you this, when you go to sometimes if you go to a primary black event, everybody's trying to be cool. They trying to hold up the wall. You know what I'm saying? They trying not to spill their drink and shit like that. White people don't give a fuck, bro.
Nah,
Ain't nothing that serious to them.
They just be like, they don't care what you got on. They don't care what if you got Skechers on. Half of the motherfuckers be having on them Hoka shoes or whatever that is.
Oh, those things are expensive.
But they're very comfortable.
Partying with white people. I went to.
I got those to jog in.
They're for comfortability.
Yeah.
The most fun I ever had was in Ibiza. Yeah, them raves. He's right.
It's
different. But real talk, what a lot of people don't understand, and I know from being in Arizona for a long time, most white people don't be racist, they be classist. And a lot of times, if you on some bullshit, they ain't going.
We all black people are more classes than anything.
Yeah, true that. Nobody like a broke ass nigga. No.
Well, I mean, but it's like
they love the broke one. They love the
no.
They don't like you successful. I'm talking about other one. They don't like you successful where I'm from.
Yeah, the broke people love broke people. That's a crab in the bucket mentality. That's a thing.
That's alive.
Because once you stop being broke, or once you start getting even a little bit of money, it's look at you, big time.
Yeah.
And then the hate starts.
Yeah.
That's when it's time to move around. Now you in your black community too long. Shit.
But
I'm from Milwaukee. I left quick.
I guess
I'm still in my city.
I move around from the people. I ain't moving from my property though.
What up, Trill?
What's going on?
Slow motion, big dog. I see you got the mood lights on. My daughter got them.
With the locks?
No, the lights.
The lights?
I don't see it.
Yeah.
You slow motion, big dog?
Yeah, slow motion, man. Slow motion. I had a little problem going on with my phone.
Nah, you cool. You got clear audio. That's all that matters. But no, I don't think that I'm cool with people, with these cities becoming sanctuary cities. I just don't think that they should have funding if they do so. I don't think that nobody should be protected from nothing inside of the United States of America. If you want to designate yourself as something, then I think that you basically should cut off funding, because the rest of the taxpayers on the federal level shouldn't have to fund your bullshit. And that same video, if you go long enough, it's actually a kid that speaks at the end, and their parents put the kid up. And the kid,
like an 11-year-old kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a kid that speaks on behalf of like trans and stuff like that. And that's the unfortunate part, because people try to act like kids are not the ones that's being indoctrinated by this nonsense. Right. And they grow up to believe something that their parents and that the culture and that community that they in starts to teach them. And I don't really care about grown people making it. I don't care if you're trans, to be honest with you. I don't care if you're a bottom, you're a top. I don't care if you're the A, the B, the T, or whatever he said he was. I think that you should. Listen, this is about me. I am 100% for freedom of speech, freedom to do what you want to do. You could sleep with who you want to. I don't care. I think that there's a right and a wrong thing, but I'm not here to try to limit your choices here in the United States of America. The only thing I'm against is you pushing it on other people and trying to force us to acknowledge you and trying to force us to call you a pronoun, or to try to push it inside of the books, or to try to indoctrinate children and make it a part of our cultural norm. I shouldn't even know who you sleeping with, to be honest with you. Like, unless you are like somebody public or a content creator or a public figure or something like that, I should not even be able to find out who your people is. I was getting on a plane. I was getting on a plane. No, this is for real.
Oh, and sorry, that was
what was that? On the way back from Miami? Where this guy was like, "Can you please switch seats with me?" He was, and I had to sit in an uncomfortable 1A. I had my beautiful, comfortable 2A, and I had to switch because me and Rita we was in she was in the 3, right behind me, and I was in front. And so it didn't seem like I had nobody with me. And so he's like, "Excuse me." And I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Can you switch seats with my husband so I can sit next to my husband?"
No.
But I was nice. I was cool because I ain't tripping about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I switched
man to me.
I think the Final Destination. Remember on Final Destination when the person died because they switched the seats? Whoever, I won't switch seats.
But I'm not tripping because if y'all switching, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off that shit.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on no beef type stuff. It ain't on that type of movement. But my biggest thing is when you try to force your lifestyle on me, then that's when it becomes an issue. I may not agree with what you say, you may not agree with what I say, but I'm not forcing my lifestyle on you. You should be able to do what you want to do. Just don't make us pay for it, and just don't make me call you something that I don't want to call you. And we cool. We can keep it moving.
No, I agree, because that's him, them, they, their. Like sometimes I go to somewhere. Oh no, it's a man. It's a man pretending to be a woman. I just be now. I got in the emails for work. Now I got to make sure I can't put she, he, they because I don't know what they are. So it's like it's that's why I said put them all in 1, 2, 3 cities that we know they can be accustomed to each other. They want to be called certain things. Let them have their own little city. So that's why I'm okay with the sanctuary cities. Let them be together.
You know what I'm
starting to see it from
though? You know who I'm starting to see it from? I'm starting to see it more and more in older men. Older men, it seems like, are the ones that I'm starting to see are coming out and living their gayest life.
Because they couldn't do it at our age back then. It wasn't like
I have no idea. I don't know if their wives pass away or what.
No, they just.
I am starting to see men, black men and white men and Hispanic, like all demographics, that I am starting to see men with gray hair, older men, 40s, 50s, 60s, that are openly with each other and they have no problem professing their love for their guy. I'm starting to see that shit everywhere. It's everywhere. It's especially in like these vacation cities where guys where people like fly out and they take trips or whatever and they with each other. They have no problem linking up with their boyfriends. That shit is wild, man. To see two grown men like they work out together. Yo, seriously, I am starting to see a lot of older guys profess their love for each other.
They coming out the closet. Well, they coming out their marriage.
Out the closet.
This is the best time to do it because all these new policies passing. You know, the restrooms are changing. It's okay to be gay now everywhere. You know, you have all these gay couples on TV. This is why they think it's right. So 50, 60 might as well. You know.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, it's over. Elon Musk in there. We got 2 genders now. It's male and female. We ain't recognizing nothing else.
Yeah.
It's done.
They were real mad too. Who that lady was? She was going on and on about.
Yeah, like I find it funny. I find it real funny, like how that campaign is doing like way better than the Black Lives Matter campaign and all of that types of things.
Well, that was real. That was a lot of that money was given to the gays.
The trannies.
Yeah, because the lady that was over it, she was. You know, she was in that community as well. So a lot of that money went.
Yeah, it was a finesse.
It didn't go to black.
It was for.
Sure.
It was tranny lives matter.
Y'all saying what happened now?
Black Lives Matter was a scam.
No, you said which campaign is doing better?
The LGBT, the letters, the campaign.
I don't see them doing well.
I mean,
what makes you think they're doing better?
I mean, as far as the attention they getting, like from what I see, I don't know if it's just me, but like I don't really pay too much attention to it. But when I see it, it's always somebody up in that type of community, and they getting some type of money to do these festivals and all of these events and stuff like that. But when Black Lives Matter type people, you know, all these type of movements, they get to doing what they doing. Police quick to shut stuff down or try to say they're inciting riots, and I just see stuff like that a lot. But
do you think the LGBTQ community gets more recognized compared to when Black people speak up regarding certain things or when Black people want certain rights? Do you think that they get better treatment compared to what has happened in the past?
I think they're getting better treatment now. Like, I think they starting to get more exposure.
I think they get more respect than the black men as fathers.
For sure.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they replacing the.
So,
It's supposed to be the. It was supposed to be the new religion.
yeah,
You know.
just new
If they getting
thing.
more visibility, is because women are pushing it and embracing them.
Yeah.
Y'all not see the thing about y'all movements. So, like for example, if you say fathers, that's not something. Any movement that get any motion is gonna all be based off of partnering with somebody else that believe in your movement. So, like for example, if you look at what happened with Black Lives Matters, if you look at those protests and you go and look at those videos and stuff like that, the majority of the people that were protesting was not black people.
White people.
That wasn't black people that was running out there. The majority of the people that was running out there protesting, that may where they put the camera on, they may have put you getting your ass arrested and stuff like that. But the majority of the people that was throwing their hands up and that was with y'all wasn't black people, right? And so it was a lot of people that basically, I think there was some paid ops. It was some people that was paid to burn down some of the places that's in y'all neighborhoods. But when y'all got support, you get support by partnering with people that's outside of the community, right? So then y'all started to get support from corporate America. They started creating these diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and there you have it, right? Now people whining that they're going away. But when you talk about partnering with people, ain't nobody partnering with y'all in order to fix family court laws. Why would they mess up their money?